Thank you, sir. So, respected dignitaries, Dr. Birappa sir, Director NIMS, Dr. Amresh sir, and all the dignitaries, good morning to you all. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity to deliver the lecture in NIMS. So, actually, in January 2024, the new medical council body came up with a huge 50% majority by the all over Telangana doctors with 50% of majority vote share we got. Whatever the promises done by us before the elections, all the promises we fulfilled. We constructed a beautiful new building with a respectable new building, which was previously it was a poultry farm shed. Now there is a beautiful building. Within 8 months of our term, we constructed a new building, and we reduced the registration charges up to 50%. With 1000 rupees, you can go for renewal. Everything is online. Everything is transparent. If you apply today, within 24 to 48 hours, it will reach to your Tatkal. It will reach your home, and within 7 to 10 days, a normal certificate. And regarding the quackery, so as per NMC Act 34 and 54, without MBBS degree qualification, no one do modern medicine practice. So as per Telangana Medical Practice Registration Act and NMC Act 34-54, if anybody without MBBS degree registrations in TSMC or NMC, they should be punished up to 1 year of imprisonment and 5 lakhs fine. And we formed anti-quacker and legal committees in all the 10 combined districts in Telangana state. We raids in all over Telangana districts. Around 407 FIRs were filed now. So now there is a clear-cut discrimination of qualified doctors and quacks within 1 year, 4 months of period we created. So this anti-quacker movement in Telangana state. So actually the ethics awareness program. So it is mandatory for house surgeons of interns and also postgraduates as per the National Medical Commission guidelines. Last 2024 they released one gazette that every PG and every house surgeon they should get one certificate from TSMC to get the registrations of this ethics awareness class from TSMC members. So as per NMC guidelines, we are giving classes in all the medical colleges in all over Telangana state. So now I am going to take the session on ethics awareness program. So this is the Indian Medical Council Professional Conduct, Equity and Ethics Regulation Act 2002. For the regulation for the registered doctors framed under Section 20A with Section 33 of Indian Medical Council Act 1956. These regulations for registered MBBS doctors, postgraduates, that MD, DM and Diploma and MCH, Diploma doctors. And in Ethics Regulation 2002, we have these 8 chapters. First one is Code of Medical Ethics and duty of physician towards their patients and duties of physician in consultations and responsibilities of physician to each other and duties of physician to public and the paramedical profession, and what are the unethical acts and what is the misconduct and punishments and disciplinary action by the medical council. So when we go for the registration of MBBS, so we should give a declaration form that each applicant at the time of making an application for registration under the provisions of the act shall be provided a copy of declaration and certify that she had read and agreed abided by the same. So we need to give this declaration form before the registration. So this is the form we need to sign. And first of all, duties and responsibilities of physician in general. So what is the character of a physician? So physician always shall uphold the dignity of the honor of the profession, and our prime objective to serve the humanity, not for the financial gain. And no person other than doctor having qualification in State Medical Council or NMC is go for the modern medicine practice. So this is the rule. As per these rules, we are doing the rights and FIRs on the quacks. And maintenance of good medical practice. The principal objective of the medical profession is to render service to humanity with full respect for the dignity of the profession and man, and rendering each a full measure of service and devotion. And physicians should try continuously improve medical knowledge and skill, should make available to their patients and colleagues the benefit of their profession attainments. And membership of medical society is very important. So we need to take a membership of Indian Medical Association or HRDA or local your specialty like City Surgery Association or Anesthesia Association. We need to take membership. With this organization, we need to take accreditation for the local medical councils for applying a CPD credit points. So physicians should participate in professional meetings, part of continuous professional development program. So this is from NMC to participate in continuous professional development program. Every year we need to get 6 credit points. So every 5 years we need to get the renewal. For the renewal of our MBA degree registration, we need to submit 30 credit points. Hence, we need to attend continuous professional development programs. Each year we need to get 6 credit points. And this is the maintenance of medical records. So we need to maintain the medical records of IP up to 5 years, OP forms up to 3 years. If any request from the patients or patient attenders, we need to submit the medical records within 72 hours. And registered medical practice shall maintain a register of medical certificate giving the full details of the certificate issued, and effort should be mailed. If you go a computerized medical retrieval form, immediately we can submit to the patients or patient attenders when they are asked. And display of registration numbers and display of all the medical council registration numbers in our OP clinics, and all our prescriptions, certificates and money receipts given to the patients. And physicians shall display the suffix of their names only recognized medical degrees from National Medical Commission. Other than NMC recognized degrees like diploma diabetology, all these are non-recognized from NMC, so definitely they are liable for misconduct. And use of generic name of drugs, always we can use a generic name of drugs with full names in preferably capital letters, and she shall ensure that there is a rational prescription of use of drugs. So these are as per the NMC and Indian Medical Council Act. And we can assure highest quality of patient care and exposure of unethical conduct. If any of your colleagues are physician, if they are should expose without fear or favor, incompetent or corrupt, dishonest and unethical conduct as part of members of profession. If any of your colleague in a professional misconduct, immediately you can expose that and you can give a complaint to the Telangana Medical Council, and council will take action on them. So this is also our duty. And payment of professional services, and physician should announce the fees before rendering service and not after the operation or treatment is underway. Before surgery or before your consultation only, you need to display all your charges like OP or surgery, all the surgery charges, all these things you need to mention before the treatment only. And this is also as per the Clinical Establishment Act of 2010. And these are the legal restrictions of these acts. All we should know, all the physicians should know this. All these acts of Drug and Cosmetic 1940, Pharmacy Act 1948, and Narcotic Drug. These are the acts we should know. Main thing is the medical termination of pregnancies 1971, because all the radiologists and QUACKS are dealing with, they are doing illegal ultrasounds and going for the medical termination of pregnancy. As per this MTP Act, there should be punishment of 3 years with a 50,000 of fine. And duties of physician to their patients, always we should go for the obligation to the 6. No physician shall arbitrarily refuse the treatment of patient. And good reason, when patient suffering from a ailment which is not within the range of experience of treating physician, the physician may refuse treatment and refer to the patient to another physician if it is not under our experience. And always be patient, delicacy and secrecy towards the patient family and towards the community. And we should not exaggerate the prognosis or nor minimize the gravity of the patient's condition. Always we should tell about the exact diagnosis, exact prognosis, exact condition of the patient. And engagement of an obstetric case, when a physician who has not been engaged to attend the obstetric case is absent and another is sent for delivery is accomplished, the acting physician is entitled his professional fee. So we can entitle our professional fee, but should secure the patient consent before arrival of the patient engaged. So this should be done. And unnecessary consultation should be avoided. No unnecessary cross consultation. If the patient benefit only, if the interest of the patient only, not for any other considerations. And consulting a pathologist or radiologist asking for any diagnostic lab investigation should be done judiciously, not in a routine manner. And consultation patient's benefit, always in every consultation the benefit to the patient is of foremost important. All physicians engaged in the case should be frank with patient and its attendants. And always we should be punctuality in consultations. There is no delay, there is no time delay. And statement of patient after consultation, any statement we should take from the presence of consulting physicians except otherwise agreed. And difference of opinion should be not be diverging. Unnecessary difference of opinion should not be disclosed in front of patients. And always we can dependence of physician to each other. A physician should consider a pleasure and privilege to render gratitude service to all physicians and their immediate family dependents. And we should conduct good conduct in consultations, In consultation, no insincerity, no rivalry, and no enemy should be indulged. Always we should be polite. And consultant not to take a charge of case in your doctor colleagues and doctor friends. So no need to take any charges. And consultant should not criticize the referring physicians and appointment of substitute. So we can appoint substitute in a professional courtesy, require the acceptance of such appointment only when he has a capacity to discharge the additional responsibility along with his duties. Then only we can go with substitute. And duties of physician to public and the paramedical profession. So physicians are the citizens, so we can give training, special training in disseminate advice on public health issues. And like COVID-19 pandemic and public and community health problems, we should educate the public and what are the current regulations, measures to prevent of the epidemic and communicable diseases like COVID-19 pandemic, malaria, diarrhea, like that. So we can educate the public. And pharmacists and nurses, so physicians should recognize the promote the practice of different paramedical services such as pharmacy and nursing is as professions and should seek their cooperation when required. So we should encourage, should recognize the paramedical staff also. And this is a very important thing, what are the unethical acts? So first one is the advertising. Soliciting of patients directly and indirectly by a physician, by a group of physicians or by institution or organization is unethical. So just now Amarish sir told that, so without cardiopulmonary bypass, we should go for a CAB, just now Amarish sir told. So this is a solicitation of patients, this is an unethical conduct. So whoever the doctors are publishing by soliciting a patient, definitely they should be punishable. They should be liable for punishment. So we can advertise a formal announcement when on starting of practice, on change of type of practice, or change of address, on temporary absence from duty, on resumption of another practice, on succeeding of another practice, public declaration of charges. In these scenarios, we can go a formal announcement. And so this is unethical conduct. So printing self photograph, any such material of publishing in letterhead and signboards of consulting room or any other such clinical establishment shall be regarded as the act of self advertisement considered unethical conduct. So don't go for this type of banners, self photographs in road chaurastas or like that. We can't do this. So this is unethical conduct, publishing a self photographs. And patent of copyrights, the patent and copyright should be available in where the interest of large population is involved. Then only you can get the patent and copyrights. Otherwise, no. And running of open shop also. Dispensing of prescription or prescribed doctors, they are himself sailor, medical, surgical friends. So this is also running a open shop also unethical for the qualified doctors. And register and commission. So physician shall not give any solicit or receive of any offer, give solicit or receive any gift, gratitude, commission or bonus. So this is also unethical conduct. So doctors should be punishable. And secret remedies, prescribing and dispensing by a physician is secret remedial agents in which does not know the composition. So we don't know the composition, but don't go for prescription. This is a secret remedies act. There is a secret magic remedies act 1953. This should be punishment up to 1 year. So like the Veeramachani Ramakrishna is doing the same magic remedies. So medical council is going to take action on him. So don't go for magic remedies without knowing the composition. And human rights also, physician shall not aid, abet the torture, nor shall be part of either influence of mental or physician, trauma or concealment of the torture injected by some other person or agency in clear violation of human rights. So don't abet torture to the patients. And euthanasia is a unethical conduct, but in special scenarios, like in brain dead patients, we can do in specific occasion. The team shall consist of doctors in charge of patients, chief medical officers, doctors nominated by the in charge of the hospital from hospital staff, and according to the physician of the Transplantation of Human Organ Act of 1994. As per this act, we can go with euthanasia for brain dead patients. So this is very important thing. The code of conduct of doctors and professional association of doctors in their relationship with pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. In dealing with pharmaceutical and healthcare industry, the medical practice shall follow either to the stipulation given below. So don't give any gifts, take any gifts or travel facilities, hospitality and cash and monetary grants from the pharma companies. In medical research also, a medical practitioner may carry out participate in work in research project funded by pharmaceutical companies. A medical practitioner shall obliged to know the fulfillment of the following items. So will be in an imperative for undertaking any research assignment project funded by the industry. In being proper, ethical, thus it accepting such a position in medical practice shall maintain our professional autonomy. We should maintain our professional autonomy and freedom of the institute. And affiliation, we can go with affiliation as a consultants and researchers, training doctors in other professional capacity. Doing so, medical practice shall always be. So in medical research, we should maintain our professional autonomy and freedom. So same thing, if the gifts we can, if we take gifts from the pharma companies up to 1,000 to 5,000, it is a serious warning from the council. If at any 5,000 to 10,000, removal from the Indian Medical Registry for 3 months, and from 10,000 to 50,000, it will be punishment up to removal of registry from 6 months, and 50,000 to 1 lakh, it should be 1 year imprisonment. So 1 year removal of registry, and more than 1 lakh should be more than 1 year. Same hospitality, same like this, and cash minority grants also same punishments. And medical research, we should ensure the proposal should take permission from the local independent ethics committee approvals, and also we should take clearance from the national state institutional ethics committee bodies, ensure that the fulfills the legal requirements prescribed from the medical research. And these things we need to follow in medical research, and any violation of these things should go liable for punishment. And we already discussed that maintaining a professional autonomy in medical research, and we can affiliate with the that pharma company in research, but we should maintain the integrity and freedom are maintained, and patients' interests are not compromised, and ensure the affiliations are within the law, and ensure that such affiliations or employments are fully transparent and not disclosed. So any violations of this, we can go with punishment. And this is a misconduct. So very important thing is misconduct in medical council. So the following acts of commission or omission of the part of a physician shall constitute professional misconduct, rendering him liable for disciplinary action. So what are the violation of the regulations as per the Medical Council Act? So first one is, if she does not maintain the medical records within in indoor patients, if he is failed to submit within 72 hours, so this is a violation of regulation of 1.3.2. Number second is, not display the registration numbers according to him as by State Medical Council or the Medical Council of India or NMC's clinic prescriptions. The certificates etc. issued by the him are violates the professional misconduct of the 1.4.2. And adultery and improper conduct with the patients and patient attenders. So this is also misconduct. Or any doctor of conviction of court of law. So this is also one of the misconduct. And Sex Determination Act 1971. So any sex determination test done by the radiologist with the collaboration with QUACKS, so there should be punishment up to 3 years and 50,000 of fine, and followed by the removal from the medical registry. And sign of provisional certificates, reports and other documents. So any don't sign for any fake medical certificates of by the patients. So this is also liable for punishment. And a registered medical practice shall not contravene the provisions of the Drugs and Cosmetic Act and regulations made thereunder. So prescribing and steroid psychotropic drugs when there is no absolute medical indication, and selling of scheduled HL drugs and poisons public except his patient contravene the. So this is also liable for punishment. And this is the important, performing or enabling qualified unqualified person to perform an abortion or any illegal operation for which there is no medical, surgical or psychological indication. And a registered medical practitioner shall not issue certificates in efficiently modern medicine to unqualified non-medical persons. So don't issue any certificates to unqualified persons. So this is advertisement. So an institution run by a physician for a particular purpose, such as maternity home, nursing home, private hospital, rehabilitation center, or any of the training institute, may be advertised in the lay press. So it should not contain any more than the name of the institution, type of the patients admitted, type of training and other facilities offered in the fees. So this is unethical misconduct of the advertisements or solicitation of patients by putting percentage of 50% discount in OP, 50% discount on surgeries. So this is also unethical conduct. So definitely the notices will be served from the Telangana Medical Council. And it is improper for a physician to be using unusually large signboard. So this is regarding the advertisements. So the registered medical practitioner shall not disclose the secrets of patients that have been learned in the exercise of his profession except in court of law under the orders of presiding judge, and in circumstances where there is a serious identifier risk to a specific person or community, or notifiable diseases. In case of communicable notifiable diseases, concerned public health authorities should be informed immediately. So in these 3 scenarios, we can disclose the secret of the patients, otherwise no. So another one, the registered medical practitioner shall not refuse on religious grounds alone give assistance in or conduct of sterility, birth control, circumcision, and medical termination of pregnancy when there is a medical indication, unless the medical practitioner feels himself herself incompetent to do so. So before performing a surgery in operation of the hysterectomies or infertilization procedures, we need to take the consent from both wife and husband. So both consents are important. So the violation of these rules, now the court hearings are going on in medical council. So they are liable for the punishment. So this is also the same thing. So we did not publish our patients' case reports and patient photos without their consent. And in case of running a nursing home by the physician and employing assistants to help of her, ultimate responsibility should be the rest of the physician. So any mistake from the nursing staff or any paramedical staff, the ultimate responsibility to the physician of the hospital. So this is important thing. Physician shall not use touts for agents for procuring patients. So there is no marketing agents for referring patients. So touts, quacks for taking patients or soliciting the patients is the unethical act. So physician shall not claim a specialist unless he has a special qualification from the branch which is approved from the National Medical Commission. So this is also if you perform in vitro fertilization, we need to take consent from the female patient and spouse. Both we need to take the consent forms. Any research, so we should follow the ICMR guidelines. If any violation of the ICMR guidelines, so constitute the misconduct. So this is a very important thing, punishment and disciplinary actions. So any complaints with regard to professional misconduct can be brought before the appropriate medical council or disciplinary action. The medical council would hold an inquiry and give opportunity to the registered medical practitioner, doctor will be heard in person or by the pleader. So punishment should be removal of register for a limited period or deletion of the register. So this will be published in press and publications in medical associates. So any medical negligence cases, so there is a regular hearings in Telangana Medical Council. So the advocates from the doctors, advocates of the patients, they will come to the council. They will give their arguments, and they are going to give the arguments and the rationality of the treatment and surgical procedures. So any medical negligence notified by the Medical Council Ethics and Malpractice Committee. So the committee will removal of their name from register up to 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, or permanent removal of the name from the register. So this is the followed by the criminal proceedings also. So we can complain to the police also. Recently in Suryapet, what happened? Same your cardiology case only. The Tudico technician is doing Tudicos and signing of a diploma cardiology doctor signature after is doing of Tudicos. So this is unethical conduct. We filed FIR on that Tudico technician and we send notices to that diploma cardiology doctor. So what happened? The FIR was filed on that QUACK, and this qualified diploma cardiology, MBBS diploma cardiology doctor will call for the explanation to the ethics committee. If he found that any malpractices of the signature and all that, the doctor will be punished up to removal of his name from the register up to 3 years. So the medical council has a quasi judiciary body, the powers like a court. So court kunna powers medical council untai. So definitely we can removal of registry from permanent removal from the registry from the doctor, and we can go for the criminal proceeding. We can file FIRs also. So this is a punishment disciplinary action on the qualified doctors. And coming to the quackery, I will explain the quackery. This is a Geneva Declaration and all. So coming to the quackery, so anti-quackery measures by the Telangana Medical Council. So as per NMC Act 34 and 54, so we can appoint a vigilance officer as per the communication from the National Medical Commission to enforce the action section 34 followed by the 54. So as per 34 clearly tell that without MBBS degree, without qualification MBBS degree, who did not register in local Telangana Medical Council or National Medical Commission, they did not go for a modern medicine practice. So this is the rule, and also the Telangana Medical Practitioner Registration Act section 20I. So this is also told that without MBBS degree or modern medicine qualification, no one do modern medicine practice. So 3SMs has filed about 407 cases against unqualified persons in concerned police station in all over Telangana, and this is the Act of 34. So no person other than person who enrolled in state register or national register as maybe shall to allow to practice modern medicine as a qualified medical practitioner. And as per the NMC Act 54 is telling that no council shall take cognizance of offence punishable under this act except upon a complaint in return made by the behalf of the officer authorized by the Commission of Ethics Medical Rating Board or State Medical Council. So from the State Medical Council, person of a vigilance officer can directly take the complaint, and we can directly file in the court and file in the FIRs in concerned police station. So as per this is the Act of 54. So as per 54 Act and 34 Act, we filed more than 407 FIRs on the QUACKS. And this is the Clinical Establishment Act. For completion of your MCH city surgery, you can apply for DMHOs for clinic permissions. This is the Clinical Establishment Act. After taking from permission from DMHOs only, you are eligible to do practice. So this is very important for the Clinical Establishment, State Council of Clinical Establishment Act. As per this, we are taking permissions from the local DMHOs to do modern medicine practice. And actually, why we don't need quackery? Because the number of doctors, the total number of medical colleges are now 65, in government medical colleges are 36, and private are 29. So total number of government medical in Telangana is 65. Previously, this type of the number of doctors coming out is more than 10,000 doctors. So previously it was 3,000, 4,000, but last 10 years the number of colleges increased. So no need of quackery now. The shortfall of the total number of sub-centers in Telangana is 4,200. The number of PHCs are 594. Only 48% of the running by 24/7. All these PHCs are running with only contract doctors. There is no regular doctors. So from our recommendations from Telangana Medical Council, we already recommended to the Telangana government that we have to improve the deficit of 30% of primary health centers and deficit of 48% of community health centers. We should recruit the number of qualified doctors and run the PHCs and CS by 24/7 in rural areas only. Then only we can give a qualified treatment to the poor public of Telangana. Okay, so there is a sub-centers of 4,200. That sub-center means around 2 to 5,000 population, one sub-center. So if we provide a qualified MBBS doctor in sub-center and qualified pharmacist, qualified nursing staff by 24/7, this model is already going on Kerala state. So same thing we need to implement in Telangana to give a good health services to the poor people of Telangana. So then only we will get a good quality of treatment. So there is no need of quackery because the number of doctors are coming out more. And what are the adverse effects of quackery is antimicrobial resistance. We know that the AMR is a major global threat. So by 2050, more than 50 billion people are going to die because of AMR. So recently we read in Miapur, so the quack has highest high end of antibiotic, the lineage bodies we found, more than 1,000 lineage that vials we found. And one of the quack in Miapur, that Arna Kumari, she is a 10th class failed candidate. She is doing abortions. She is qualified 10th class failed. So like that in Nalgonda, when we go for rides, the quacks are giving 2 ml of diclofenac sodium, 2 ml of dexamethasone directly they are giving to the patients when the patient came with fever or pains. So what happens, there is a major adverse effects of AMR. They are irrational using of antibiotics, corticosteroids, painkillers, which leads to the hepatic failure, kidney failures. So these are the major side effects from the quacks. And illegal abortions and deaths. So what happened in Hanmakonda district, sir, Warangal? So the patient underwent abortion by the quack. So she went to septic abortion, multi-organ dysfunction, and the patient was admitted in GMH hospital Hanmakonda. The doctors underwent for laparoscopy surgery, but the patient was died. So these are the examples of adverse effects of quacks. In Warangal district, Vardhanapet, one quack give 7 IV injections within 1 hour. Patient got more than 101 temperature. The patient was died with cardiac arrest within 1 hour. So these are the adverse effects of quacks treatment done by the poor people in rural areas. So in Hyderabad, are more than 10,000 quacks are there. If you go to Miapur or Panjagutta, in Banjar Hills also, one BMS doctor is doing this one, vascular procedures. So like that, the rampant quackery leads to public threat. Then in view of save the public health only, the Telangana Medical Council is doing rights for the view of public health point of view only. So this is an example of AMR, antimicrobial resistance. So this patient has all the 5% ivermectin, ceftazidime, imipenem, meropenem, all the antibiotics are resistance of these culture sensitive reports. So we need to use antibiotic very judiciously to prevent the AMR, which is the more than this is a pandemic is going to come. So we should go for culture sensitive reports and all links with we should use antibiotics judiciously properly. So this is an example of quack treatment. ఇక్కడ నుంచి మహిళా ఆర్ఎంపీ వైద్యం. Okay, so these are so many paper cuttings recently, last 1 year, so many papers, Telugu, English, Times of India, all the news coming of the ASM's rights. So this is also one of the example of rights in Manchiryal district. So always be ethical, do ethical, don't run behind the money. Thank you. So any questions? So the Telangana Medical Council members are very transparent. We are available anytime. So previously chairman, vice chairman, like that, we are very big persons, but we are very accessible to you. So if you have any registrations issues, CPD issues, so as per the NMC, so every doctor should attend continuous professional development programs. Every doctor gets 6 credit points. So we are encouraging for CPD programs also. If you have any CPD programs, directly contact us. Immediately we will give permissions. For government sectors, only 5,000 rupees only we are collecting. So we are very less CPD charges we are collecting. If you have any CPD programs, please contact us. We will give immediately. Any quacker issues also in your local areas, we will come and write immediately. We will file FIRs within 1 week. So our main thing is to save the public health. To save the public health only we are doing these rights. We are accessible to anyone. So all the doctors in Telangana, they gave full support us. Dr. Amaresh sir gave, before elections, sir gave good motivational speech. From NIMS, all doctors are supported us. If you come to the council, this is a beautiful building. So we constructed, sir. Previously it is only